Namaste, viewers and listeners. We have Sri Damle Ji. We will heartily welcome him. And today is our seventh episode. And previous episode we discussed about Sir Sanchalak Ji, all of them. And last was the Rajju Bhaiya. And now we will going to have some question answer. Uh, I hope this might be a concluding episode. But if there is something still, we will again have him invited in another episode as well because we are so much. Yesterday he just tried to correct me that don't say that I have intel or nothing, but I so believe that the things which are not public, that he definitely knows about it. It might have printed somewhere in the corner of the newspaper or somewhere in a one liner news, but he has a really very depth knowledge as and when he has written so many books, and he is a research journalist. So, being a research journalist, he has done too much research on RSS. Welcome, sir. And today, I would like to know what is Sangh Parivar. So, can you explain how many or sister concerns or more organizations have RSS and what they are doing?
In our second book,
Mm.
the RSS A View to the Inside, we give the list of 36 Sangha Parivar organization.
How many?
36, all
Oh,
India, all India 36
wow.
organization. They have the Pranta level organization, they have the city level organization, and Sansak level organization. So many. But 36 all India organization. We give the list in our second book, the RSS A View to the Inside. And prominent among them, what happened that, as we mentioned previously about his Sangha, his history of Sangha, according to need at the time, Swayasak developed and RSS encouraged them to do the work in that particular field, like a Vidyarthi Parishad. At the time of ban, RSS was a ban, and the foundation of the RSS was the student in high school students and college student. So they need some fill up the gap. So started Vidyarthi Parishad. In the political field, it was a ban happened because of the nobody was there to protect or take the present RSS side in parliament. So started Jan Sangh. Then they become a need of the in the labor field, most of dominating by communist and the leftist idea. Become a start Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh. So these thing concept development happened, and it need up to time 36. But I can give the name of the prominent organization out of 36. First is, as I mentioned, and I can tell you the pioneer who are the leading people in that organization. First in Vidyarthi Parishad, I mentioned in previous talk also, in Vidyarthi Parishad, Ballaraj Madok,
Yeah.
Dattopant Tengri, Didolkar, Professor Didolkar, people like that, they took the initiative about the formation about Vidyarthi Parishad. But Vidyarthi Parishad developed into the model action and largest student organization by Professor Yashwantrao Kelkar from Mumbai, and he got help from Bal Apte, Professor Bal Apte, and help from the Pracharak also, and professor. Second organization come out in the picture is Jan Sangh. Jan Sangh also started because of there was a pressure within the RSS to get involved, but RSS leadership, including led by Goloka Guruji and Yadavrao Joshi and Baba Saheb Apte people, they feel the need of India is Shakha and develop until India is a 5 lakhs, half million villages, country of the half million villages. Until we reach to the villages and people and have Shakha, we cannot do anything. But there was a pressure to allow the pressure, to do the channelize the pressure, allow the give the some pracharak. One prominent is Deen Dayal Upadhyay, and Deen Dayal was told to select two pracharak from the province for Jan Sangha work, and he selected Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Arwani, Jagannath Rao Joshi, and so many other for Jan Sangha. Third organization come into picture, Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh. It was a pioneer of that organization was Datto Banta Thingdi, and 12 years he worked all over India to find a like-minded Swayamsek who has who work in the labor field, who can work in the labor field. And after 12 years, become a registered organization. First session took place after 12 years, I mean 55 then 67, and that annual session was presided by Dalit. Like that, then the fourth organization come out, Vishwa Hindu Parishad. Goroka Guruji took the interest, and along with that, Dada Saheb Apte, who was the founder of the Hindustan Samachar. During the after the emergency, a lot of Savyans started weeklies and magazine in different languages, like Organizer and in English, Panchajan in Hindi, Vivek in Marathi, Swastik in the Bengali, all different languages. So the and when running on the daily paper also, Tarun Bharat, Swade in Marathi in Nagpur, Swadesh in from Indore, Hindi. So newspaper need a news agency connected, and most of the news agency that time provide the news in English, English in teleprinter, because everybody believe that only English has 26 fonts, so easy to type in English and difficult in Devanagari or other, because there are so many fonts, 74 fonts in Devanagari. So one of the RS is Swayamsek Wakankar. Let me tell you his first name, Wakankar name. Okay. Yeah, Wakankar. And he took the interest, calligrapher, well-known calligrapher, and he worked hard, and he was successful to put Devanagari font on teleprinter, and provide and he gave the gift, free gift to Hindustan Samachar. So Dada Saheb Apte started Hindustan Samachar in 48, provided news in the regional languages, and he gave that, and that Hindustan that Devanagari font, teleprinter font, was inaugurated at Patna by then President of India, Rajendra Prasad, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. And interesting, Hindustan Samachar started by Swayamsek. Many Swayamsek who joined the newspaper and started in the newspaper, but Hindustan Samachar is a journalist cooperative society. Previously, the newspaper owned by company, whether the Birla he owned Hindustan Times, or Dalmia owned the Times of India, like that. But Hindustan Samachar is a cooperative society, and president of Hindustan Samachar was Jagjin Ram, Congress leader and minister Jagjin Ram. So most of the people there, and supported by Tandon, Rajashi Tandon, who was a Congress president, and so these people, mostly Sangha people, work with the Congress, like-minded Congress people, Hindustan Sabha. So same Dada Saheb Apte. And Dada Saheb Apte has such a contact with all India leaders and abroad also. He wrote a biography of French president, General de Gaulle. And he wrote about his history of Israel also. So he has contact from Rajendra Prasad Tandon to all the people. But at the age of 55, he stepped down. And he was a lawyer, and he traveled all over the thing. So Golwalkar asked him to get pioneer about Vishwa Hindu Parishad. Because the people from Trinidad came to India, and they say they met Indian government and in education ministry, and they say we are in abroad. There are good number of Hindus in abroad, Indians in abroad. We wanted to maintain our culture and to our children. So we want to help. And culture means Hindu. So being a secular government reluctant. So they met Goloka Guruji, and Goloka Guruji said there is a need for that. And Dada Saheb Apte took the lead, contact all the religious leaders and the King of Nepal and everybody, and formed the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. That is happened. Then in the cooperative section, there are so many cooperative banks, but mostly controlled by a political leader. So Madhavrao Godbole, who was the Sangha of Sangli, he took the interest and formed cooperative bank with the motive service to people rather than along with the business, proficient businessman, but only for money for the political purpose. So that is a cooperative, and that led into the Sahkar Bharti and Lakshmana Rao Inamdar, who was a mentor of Narendra Modi in 1978. He took the interest, and that became an all India organization, and that is called Sahkar Bharti. Then it became a consumer movement because of a loss. Common people and middle class people suffer of the with the price rise in the price, and they were worried. So they started Grahak Panchayat by Bindu Madhav Joshi, who was a freedom fighter to liberate Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Then in after emergency, need of help for the medical service to the villagers. So Dr. Acharya from Jalgaon area, he took the initiative and formed, of course, with the like-minded, formed the Arogya Bharati. Then the need of the small-scale business, because RSS believe the small-scale business is the foundation, like Japan. Small-scale industry, businessmen or industries are foundation of the country. So they started Lagu Udyog Bharati there. Then about the sports, they started Krida Bharati. In 79, Dattopant Thegri started Bharatiya Kisan Sangha. Then they realized about there are the most of the academic and intellectual section dominated by leftists, Marxist leftists, and uh, pseudo seculars. So they started in 1983. Initiative taken by Ram Madhav, who is now prominent in the BJP, Pracharak. He took the initiative, and with Dr. Dhar from Bengal and other people formed Pradnya Prabha think tank. Then about the sports, I say those are soldiers, especially soldiers. When they retire, general were taken care, top ranking officer. But what about the soldiers? They get us minimum salary and pension and all other thing. So to take care of the fact, they started uh, ex ex military ex soldiers group. Then there was a Khalistan problem. That time they formed Sikh Sangat, Rashtriya Sikh Sangat. Then, as I mentioned earlier with the discussion, that a Muslim is a major number of among the minority and need to have the dialogue with the Muslim people. So they started 2000 Rashtriya Muslim Manch. We have one chapter in our book also for those who are interested. Same time they realized they have been dialogue going on with the Christian church, and some of the activity started recently with the Christian Sansad called Rashtriya Christian, but it is still in the underdeveloped area. And then they realized on the border area, like a Kutch area, border, border village area, the people there are minority people. So from the point of security and all other thing, so they develop Seema Janak Kalyan Samiti, how to transfer into the that. So these are 13 out of 36 I mentioned, and same thing about the development. Nanaji Deshmukh started the India Research Institute and Seva worked in that. 89 RSS adopted Seva as one of the major function of the RSS. Now they are 162,000 Seva NGO work into different. So when they started this thing, among the education also, Saraswati Shishu Mandir, I mentioned that 1940s, 49, Nanaji Deshmukh started at Gorakhpur, Saraswati Shishu Mandir. Now there are 22,000 school Saraswati Shishu Mandir under the umbrella of Saraswati Shishu. In Andhra Pradesh, different umbrella. And they realize in Bengal and Maharashtra or Gujarat, they already have school on the Hindus ethos. So they don't want a competition with that. So they have like that. But Saraswati Shishu Mandir, and they realize that the Saraswati 22,000 schools means we need a trained teacher, and then they have the research center for the syllabus. So they have this. Among that, they realize there is a need of not everybody can go to college. So they need of vocational training and encourage the student according to the student's inclination. If somebody want to be a carpenter, somebody want to be painter or dancer or musician or motor mechanic, something that person can be after high school graduation, person can be able to stand on his or her own feet to earn the money and respect. So they start during that they have the called Shiksha Sanskriti Uttham Nyas, led by, started by Dinanath Batra, but now looking after by Atul Kothari, and establish contact with the academic and principal and professor and have. So now the Indian government adopt the program like till the seventh year, education should be in mother tongue, all common subject. At the seventh grade, the student develop encourage to whatever the student inclination, whether the machinery or whether the carpentry or whether the dance or sculpture or painting, whatever, singing, whatever, develop that. And after graduation, that person can go that specialized field or even the sports management, sports health. He can go for that. That is the development upon. These are the major 13 member organization out of 36. I mentioned that.
Mm-hmm. So, if we move further, who were the prominent karyakartas whose name are not that much famous? Like you said, the Topan Thegdi, right? Uh,
Dattopanta Thengdi well known, and with Dattopanta Thengdi or Moropanta Pingale or Bhaurao Devras, media knows because of media people know. But there are the people who are prominent among the team who dedicated their whole life for the organization and for the Hindutva. So what RSS believe Hindutva is a Hinduness, spiritually based Hinduness. Everybody has a freedom to the way of worship. According to the Dattopanta Thengdi, way of worship is your personal choice, like your choice of the toothpaste. So way of worship is different. Whether you want to go to temple or particular sampradaya or particular ashram or particular school of thought, whether you are Jain or Buddhist or Lingayat or Buddhist, because they consider according to Hindu code bill, all these are Hindus. But what is Hindu? So many times people consider Ram Janmabhoomi or Gohatya, the ban of the cow slaughter are Hindu. These are issue, emotional issue for the Hindu community. But what is Hindu? So RSS believe Hindu is a spiritual based concept developed for the universal. And one of the things, first thing, We have to find out who am I. Means rather than yes, person should have education, career, family, definitely. But same time, person should have the when you get a right, you have to get responsibility. When you get work for the right, but person should be what another RSS emphasis spiritual base balance. We have four purushartha: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. RSS say there should be balance in all. If you have the only name of dharma and you say, oh, I will do the only bhajan, so who will take care of that person? I remember that when the question was asked, oh, it is my body, I want to smoke, who you are to oppose me? So answer was given, I heard that, yes, it is your body, your choice. But keep in mind, you're not earning. And if you get cancer or if you get disease, then you will go to hospital. Who will pay the money? Society, your parents. And if you die, your parents will be in the grief. So you have no right in name of the your choice to hurt your parents or family or wife or children. That was a feeling. So balance in everything. Balance in the dharma means duty. As a duty of teacher is teaching. Duty of the banker to provide the service. Duty of the father to take care of the family. Duty of the all kind of duties, civil duty also, everything. So dharma means duty. Artha, yes, we should earn the money. But greediness by corporation or individual is no. So that's a third thing, karma, mean desire. And so, yes, you should have the family, you should have desire, but you should have balance. So, family planning and respect your partner in karma, or be a faithful to your wife, or be a faithful in your wife. And especially the matter come into picture. I was there in the standing next to Dattatreya Hosbale, and media person came and asked the question about what about the LGBT, especially gay and lesbian and LGBT. Some of the Hindu, conservative Hindu, including Swami, condemned the gay and LGBT concept. Dattatreya Hosbale answered that neither we condemn nor we condone. Mean neither we criticize. It is a personal choice, but that choice should not misuse in name of whether the lesbian or gay to misuse the children. If the two adults people come together, their choice, fine. But neither we condemn nor we glorify like a Western people. So that was the third thing. Moksha also same thing is an individual choice that they give the concept about these things. So when they talk about these things, balance, then collect like-minded people. Like-minded. If you like certain field, like a given example, Baba Sahib Apte, the pioneer Pracharak with Dr. Hedgewar. Whenever he traveled, he visited historical places, and he was curious about know the history. Or Guruji also, when he visited Multan, immediately informed the sense of that Multan real name is Mulastan, and there was the temple of Nrsimha Avatar, and there is the stamba pillar from people believe the Nrsimha come out and eliminate the demon. So these are Baba Sahib Apte was curious, interested about that, and Baba Sahib Apte also wrote a book called Dasha Avatar. What is the Dasha Avatar? So he presented Dasha Avatar in the concept of evolution theory of Darwin. So Baba Sahib Apte has interest. Another was Professor gold medalist Professor Ram Singh, Professor Ram Singh from Lahore. After partition, he came to Bharat, India, and he was assigned here to Assam. So person from Lahore in 1950 went to Assam, and there he worked till almost like a 1990, 40 years. but he has an interest in history. So Morupan Tapingale, again, versatile pracharak, in memory of Baba Saheb Apte, he formed the committee and he asked Professor Ram Singh to develop that committee into organization. And the organization is called Itihas Sankalan Samiti, which I mentioned, that collection of the data, collection of information. And they look the like-minded people like a history professor, history teacher, those journalists, and those people who has an interest, personal interest in history. So coming together, they form the group in the cities, they form the group in the district, they form the group in the state and all India group. And that group contribution is a discovery of the Saraswati River, which we mentioned. And they use the NASA satellite to find the water in that Saraswati, and they found the length and breadth of the Saraswati River. And then archaeology department found excavation similar culture like Mohenjo-daro Harappa. So now the new coin term developed, Sindhu Saraswati culture, Indus Saraswati culture. So that is a Itya Sankalam Samiti. And Ram Singh lived long, 96. I met Ram Singh for interview and met her to come to know. So this is the one person to come out. Second person, we talk about Vidya Bharati. Nanaji Deshmukh started school. Same time, in Madhya Pradesh, let's say Sangha Chalak, he because a good number of Sayansak were teacher, and they were being a Sayansak, they lost the job because most of the school were government school. They lost the job, so this Sangha Chalak encouraged Sayansak, give the money. He was a rich person, and they started school there also. But who will take interest to look after that particular project as a project? So Pracharak. So yeah, Pracharak. Sorry, I'm getting got a mental block. So once I come to Lajjaram Tomar, he took the interest, and next 25 years he kept one life, one mission. Being a Pracharak, but one life, one mission to coordinate among the Saraswati Vidya Mandir. Then they form the Vidya Bharati. He look after the Vidya Bharati. There is a research center at Jaipur and Lucknow. The person who started research center was a PhD from in Northwestern University in America and developed the program. So that's Lajjaram Tomar, which is a lot of people do not know. But among them, they realized there is a problem with the textbook, high school or the college textbook. And most of the history textbooks are written by lefties or the Western concept point of view. More important to the Mughal period, then less about Shivaji or Rana Pratap. So they formed the group called Shiksha Utthan. Yeah, Shiksha Sanskriti Utthan, started by Dinanath Batra. And how that started, the uh, uh, Wendy Doniger, professor at the University of Chicago, she wrote a book. She wrote two books. There are so many books. One book she wrote about dance of Shiva, and she mentioned that when Shiva and Parvati has intercourse in the sky, the sperm of Shiva fell upon the earth, India, and become a Shivalinga. That is second book she wrote about Krishna as a warmonger, because he encouraged he instigated Arjun to fight war, Mahabharata war, when Arjun was elected. Third book she wrote about Krishna, Rama, blaming Rama as a for Sita Tyag. So on this background, what and that book became that. So Dinanath Batra filed the case and forced the India withdrawal of the book from Indian bookstore. But The gap is there. You need to fill up the gap. So Atulya Kothari took the interest from Ahmedabad. He took the interest, and according to my feeling, from 92 onward till today, he traveled all India, meet the principal, professor, vice chancellor, minister, administrator, and develop the program, educational program, which I mentioned according to occasion, according to change of the time. Then Graf Panchas started by consumer movement started by Bindu Madhav Joshi, who was a freedom fighter, liberated Dadra Nagar Haveli, Arogya Bharati by Dr. Acharya. Dr. Acharya's wonderful thing was he was a doctor in the Jalgaon area, and he need a van. So he transferred the van by himself into the surgery room. And that van visited different villages and he used to do, so that developed into the Arogya Bharati's thing. So these are people are different periods. And same time, uh, people are, they contribute in such a way that a lot of people not aware about this thing. And unless we know what did they do, and they give their life, whole life for that cause.
Yeah. So there is a term called Gatividyana Parivartan in
Yeah.
RSS. What does it mean?
Okay, Gatividi mean in around after 2016 or 14, when the BJP come to power, and same time the Gatividi mean, Gati means movement, and Vidhi mean evolutionary change. So what are the evolution change? So first thing they say feel like the same thing again. Family in cities previously used to have joint family in villages, and then we used to have family with the relative like mama, kaka, chacha, mama, chacha, all kind of relative, and we has to the cousin sister, cousin brothers. We have different name. English in English we say cousin sister, cousin brother, but we have the children, our relative from the uncle, relative from maternal uncle, relative from paternal uncle, relative from the fathers, sisters, like that. So we used to have people, but because of the urbanization, now we become a one family, one bedroom or two bedroom family, and in that husband, wife, and children. And nowadays it become because of the cell phone and TV and the classes. There is no communication when they come together in the evening time. Everybody busy, somebody on the phone, somebody watching TV or discussion on the movie or cricket or complaint, like that. So this is a one way of the downgrade of the, this is no communication in family. So RSS felt family is a foundation of society. From individual for the family, people sacrifice. When the when some child sick, father mother never say, "Oh, I have to go to work tomorrow." They took shift. They took the responsibility in shift and remain the whole night with the child, and then go to work. Or for the children education, the parent cut down their expenses and save the money for children education. That was the thing was there. But same time now become is a classes and TV and cricket and movie. There is no communication. So RSS started Kutumba Prabodhan. In Kutumba Prabodhan, they say at least once a week have dinner, because in the evening you come together, have dinner, turn off TV, turn off phone, mobile phone or cell phone. No talk about movie, mean no talk about actor, actress or gossip. No talk about the cricket. No talk about the politics. No talk about the complaint. Hey, you did not do your homework, or you how come you bought this? expensive thing like that from husband to wife. Talk with each other, and it's a very difficult job. Once you realize when you talk with each other, and once you come to know, then from one day to go for 2 days week or 3 days week or like that. Number one. Then once a 3 months, meet your relative in the urban area, your cousin, brother, your uncle, paternal uncle, all the relative or children, come together, book the hall. Don't make the woman to cook. Order the food there. Sit down together. Talk about among ourselves. Don't only boast that, oh, my son is going abroad. I got a very good husband, son-in-law. No, apart from that, that is the joy. But talk about what are the achievement, and give the recognition in the along with the what are the achievement your uncle or auntie did, and you should know what your grandfather or grandfather from both side or grandmother from both side what they did. So children should know family once a 3 months. Then once a year, most of the people from villages visit your village, and don't go individual in your own car or railway ticket. If you have 10 people or 15 people in the urban area and who are belong to that same village, go together, get a bus, being together for 3 hours, 4 hours journey. In the village, also stay together and see what we can do. Visit your village temple, which is common. Talk with the villagers, and villagers should not expect, oh, these are donors. They are the part of village, like that called part of Kutumba Prabodhan. Second part of the Kutumba thing, they say Seva. In the Seva, when if you are higher middle class or upper elite class, consider your driver, consider your maid, consider your servant at home or office as a part of family. Take care of their education, take care of enduring their sickness in that family, like Arun Jaitley did. He spent the money from his salary or income for the education of a driver's son or maid's children. Take care of that. That's second part. Then where you stay in village or urban area. If you live in the urban area, particularly by nearby slum area. In slum area, people are living there, and then contribute something. They can have the study room for the children there. Then those who are so educating them in the science or math, especially in English, because of the lack in the government school, support them. That is a village level. This is the second thing, seva. Third thing about samarasata. Meet together as a villagers, or meet together as a city, or meet together as a region, city, suburb, or area, where you can meet without any caste distinction or the linguistic distinction or your provincial distinction. Come together like a Dali, come together in the area like a suburban area together. That is third thing. Fourth thing, they say dharma jagaran. In dharma jagaran, what happens? Yeah, another thing they say samarasata. Interesting. Celebrate the birthday of the prominent people. Like what happened, most of the prominent people birthday is divided by the caste. Only the caste submit. Like Ravidas Jayanti done by Dalit, OBC, or some like some Sardar Patel by Gujarati only, or Lokmanya Tilak by Brahmin only, Mahatma Phule by Maratha only, like that. No, celebrate. These are prominent people, work for the India, work for the nation, work for the society. Celebrate totally as an involvement at Samarasata. Fourth is Dharma Jagran. We take care of there are so many temples, private or trust. Temple should be, you should see that temple should be controlled by the bhakta, neither government nor private. Temple should be controlled by, temple should be center for the community service, whether there is school, dispensary, education for the women's get together about all these things. Temple should, along with the pravachan and festival. But most important thing, clean the temple. Biggest problem in the not unhygienic situation. Clean the temple. That is called dharma jagran. And fifth is environment. Have some trees around the temple, around your house, water. Don't waste the water like this. So this called gatividhi. Now same gatividhi. Now the last year, these are gatividhi for the local area. They do paravartan, pancha paravartan, five paravartan part, and five paravartan they did about same thing with the wider environment, health, education, and about in Dharma Jagran they allow what Ghar Vapsi. Previously, of course, previously word Arya Samaj used Shuddhi.
Hmm.
But for the general audience information, first Shuddhi was done after the Muslim aggression on Sindh and the formation of Deval Smriti. People consider Smriti means Manu Smriti. There are so many Smriti. In Deval Smriti have chapter on the those who are forced to change a religion, come back. And Vidyaranya Swami also did the comeback, homecoming of the founder of Vijayanagar Empire, who was forced to become a Muslim, to come back to the Hindus, and he formed the Vijayanagar Empire. Shivaji Maharaj did with the Maratha people. Not only he did, but Shivaji Maharaj offered his daughter, make a marriage of his daughter to the person who come back to the Nimbarkar, come back to the Hindu. And then the Arya Samaj did 19th century, in the 20th century, Shuddhi. But name the Shuddhi. And Shuddhi means pure. Shuddha means pure. That means those who are in other religion, they are not unpure, like a Pakistan. Pakistan means Pak means pure, and those who are not. So it's a bad connotation. So RSS coined a term called Ghar Vapsi. Those who become their forefather, those who become a Muslim under the force or under the fear, if they want to come back, because there are so many communities in Bharat, like Chawan, they are Muslim Chawan who keep the tradition, Kshatriya tradition, in the marriage and all of the thing. Sorry, they wanted to come back. But so far, other Chawan and religious leaders will not agree. So it took RSS people 12 years with that dialogue, with the balance come out. One of the good things they say, balance between pride and anger. You have pride and anger also because not cooperating. So it took 12 years of balance, conviction with the information and religious textbook and all of the thing. And after 12 years, 60,000 Muslim Chawan become Hindu. Same thing, but Ghar Vapsi. One of the problem was he can do the Ghar Vapsi of the Brahmins or Kshatriya or Vaishya or Shudra also. But what about the Dalit? Because Dalits are condemned. So if Abraham or George, John or Muhammad don't want to come back because he doesn't want to be scavenger or he doesn't want to be OBC, so he doesn't want, so he need to have caste, because Hindu is one of the factor Whether like or not, Sangha people also recognize that caste is a thousands of year dominating factor, and according to Bala say, we don't know how many centuries it will take to wipe out. We would love to have casteless society, but till that we have to work with the caste coordinate. Caste coordinate means caste system there, but without discrimination and without upper and lower ego. The caste system. Giving one example, there's 800 Italian apply to be declared as a Hindu. They are Italian but Hindu, follow the ISKCON or Vaishnava Sampradaya. So Italian professors say in Hinduism there is a caste. Which caste they belong? The caste is a major factor. So in that discussion happened, they send the information and VHPs provide that Chandragupta married a Greek girl and she became a Hindu. So it's not so we major now the factor is the caste from especially from the Dalit people. Those are Muslims or Christian want to come back, home coming back. What caste? So they were asked, one suggestion was they were asked to become Buddhist because there is no caste among Buddhists. So this is called one thing, Dharma Jagran thing. And in the Paravartan, village development and need of the village development in such a way that every village should have agriculturally self-sufficient, water, electricity, education, health clinic, all these things. So Nanaji Deshmukh took the challenge in 19 once he becomes 60. He said that if the government officer forced to retire 55 or 59, why should politician continue to be political leader? So he retired and he decided, he said, so far here I realize the village problem with the village, so I will concentrate upon the village development. And he took one district, Gonda, for development, and he set up the model about development. And he took almost like a 40% villagers of carpenter or the all of the people above the poverty line. They had the skill, traditional skill. Those who are making shawl or those who are making carpentry and all, they had a traditional skill, and only they need a market. One of the things that most of the people in UPs are vegetarian, and there are so many lakes, so they develop fisheries there. But who will eat the fish? There? The fish was sent to the Delhi or subsidized income for the farmers about the eggs and chicken. So only thing you need to provide them the market in the cities. All this, the Nanaji development that is called village development. Third thing, environment, need of the forest, preservation of forest, and preservation of the water, important thing. And in that started Ganga cleaning scheme. In that started linking the river because the Himalaya rivers are so much water from the ice and all these things. So you can provide link that river to the south where there is no water supply. And Narendra Modi took the Narmada water from Narmada to the Saurashtra area
Hmm.
and change the area like that. So linking the and it was a very ambitious concept developed by a South Tamilian person, connect the Ganga with Kaveri, which was on the paper, and everybody say minister say okay it's good concept but never implement that thing. So third thing, this environment. Fourth thing important about national security and the thing like a will taking care of the ex-servicemen, take border area, develop the border area for from the security point of view, mean rehabilitation,
Hmm.
and and the fifth part is a there is a there are the inclusion factor of Wokism, deep state, and cultural Marxism. So the awareness of and internal interference also. So need to be have the group within that. So these are five paravartan thing among the. Along with that, yesterday as I mentioned you, I would like to share with you. There are 73,000 daily shakha and 63,000 mandal, means one mandal include have cluster of 8 to 10 villages. There are 23,000 weekly shakha, and there are 9,000 once a month called mandal shakha. And if we come put together, it almost above the 1 lakh shakha today. I'm giving the figure 2023 figure, which available that. And RSS has contact communication with 119, 120 million family. One family means in villages, husband, wife, parents, and children. I mean almost 7 to 8 people. So if you means almost like a 190, 1 million mean 10 lakhs, 10 million mean 1 crore, 100 million mean 100, 100 million mean like a 120 million. So almost like a 96 crore people RSS has contact. And same time, this is the information I would like to give to you. And with this they look for the like-minded people, those who are interested, whatever field. Coming together is beginning. Their concept is coming together is beginning. Staying together is hard work because we argue, we fight each other. So coming together is hard work, and working together is a methodology. So you develop a model system, role model system. That is a thing. And if you ask me, you can ask me what is Hindutva? General question. RSS talk about Hindutva.
Yeah, that was my question.
Yeah. So Hindutva, as I mentioned, that is a Hinduness. Only thing the spiritual based Hinduness, spiritual based value means all of us. One common thing is soul. That is above nationality, race, religion, rich or poor, gender, gap, or religion. So common is soul. And one person said to me in here, America, "Oh, what you're talking is humanism." I say yes, but in one way you're right. But according to Hindu ethos, even Hindus believe. I'm talking spiritual Hindu. They believe even the insect, fish, bird, animal, and they go further. Tree, water, and tree has energy. So they go from soul to this earth. So what called Bhutadaya. Bhutadaya. So one of the concept in that seva. Seva paramo dharma. Highest dharma, part of dharma is seva. And in the Gita they say Panchasutra. Panchasutra. What is dharma mean? Karuna, seva, help, and sacrifice, and dedication. That is a part of dharma. Yama and niyam. This is yama. And on that so, society and earth sustain. They include also environment also. From that, but keep in mind, earth is a part of the solar. and sun is the center. That was the old concept. That's why Hindu do the Surya Puja. And why the Surya Puja? Because of sun, we are getting oxygen. Without oxygen, we cannot survive.
Mm.
Because of sun rays, 80% of the earth is the sea and 20% land. So we cannot drink the seawater, salty seawater. Because of sun rays, the sun, seawater transfer into the cloud and cloud into the rain and rain. Because of rain, we get a river and lakes and we get the food and flowers and fruits. So for that, and third thing, early morning sun or evening sun rays good for the body, eyes and body. That's why Western people go for sunbath. So sun was that's why we have the Surya Namaskar and Gayatri mantra. That is a thing. And along with that, we realize also like a Kumbh Mela is going on. Why Kumbh Mela every 6 years and 12 years? Because the Guru, Earth take 1 year to round about the sun. Guru take 12 years. I forgot 6 year. We are 6 year which planet. Okay, and 144 years. That's why the Kumbh Mela. It's not only along with the religious thing. So definitely the religious festivals.
Scientifically based.
No religious festival had a place because of people come together without any caste barrier or anything. But same time, what RSS feel that they should develop all festivals and birthday of the prominent people or saint together rather than divide into the caste. So that is the thing, and implement that Hindutva into the action with role model, which follow by the word called Hindutva. And that's why during the I think couple of week back, Narendra Modi on podcast, he told, especially Ukraine Russia war or Hamas Israel war, and he say why you are remain neutral. He say we are not neutral. We are against the war. We want the peace and development there. So these are the thing. But only problem that when I talk with Dattopant Thegde in 1978, he say Hindutva is we consider Hindu because many people use the word Hindu nationalism. RSS feel the word Hindu nationalism took place because of the political and social situation in India. Without otherwise, just like I'm being into politics. But pardon me, but Rahul Gandhi recently say India is not a nation, is a country, is a state of the different states, union of the different states. And what RSS believe, India is a nation. The state can be formed according to need of the time, and to preserve this concept and Kashmir time and partition and the division, religious division. They have advocated Hindu nationalism, but they believe that Hindutva is a concept. Let me make a concluding session. Is a Hindutva mean for united people to implement spirituality based Hindu ethos value, such a strong to face any internal or external challenges or natural calamity with discipline and collective work with with the collective work with the modern methodology. That is a Hindutva, and that's why when I say the first thing, if we recently after the Ram Janmabhoomi Supreme Court decision, Mohan Bhagwat appeal, do not celebrate as a victory. Need to be a dialogue. So don't other Muslim community should not feel like defeated. So there was not a like a celebration. Then he say, don't look the Shivalinga under the every mosque. A lot of people got upset. What he say recently in the Pune, be strong to face any challenge, but be strong with the face any challenge with the preparation. Keep in mind preparation because Supreme Court give you the right to self defense but preparation. And second thing he mentioned that what I feel, whatever you achieve, Ram Janmabhoomi, let digest, mean implement fully. What is the Ram Janmabhoomi temple? It's not only temple, it's a international the expectation the international people will come visit there. They should the research international research center in the auditorium there will be international Ramayana dance from Thailand, Ramayana dance from the Indonesia, Ramayana dance from Tamil Nadu, Nepal, Ramayana dance or songs from the Brahmadesh or Sri Lanka. So bring the region together on this Ramayana ethos. Do it develop the seva bhav among the tribal people, not only in India, because one of the prominent RSS pracharak, RSS former pracharak, and now he's a dean of the pharmacology in the University of Florida, Dr. Yashan Patak. He developed concept of ICCS, International Center for Cultural Relation, ICCR, culture relationship, and he, according to him, because he was a pracharak in South Africa, and there he at the during the uh, Hindu conference after the independence of South Africa, which was inaugurated by Nelson Mandela. So far, the Hindu conference means Havan Bhajan Bhojan, but he organized one conference, one session with the similarity between the African tribes and Hindu tribes, tribal people, and there he found that there even Africa also consider uh, there is no conversion system, respect the river, all these things. So he formed a pro-Hindu study group, and every two years they have the session inaugurated by ambassador from Nigeria or Ghana or Kenya like that, and there is scholarship offered to the African student and Indian students also to study. That concept he developed. He say in world there are so many ancient community culture which are not many people know that, like a Native American in America. According to 5 PhD and Mexican government handbook, mentioned that, clearly mentioned with academic study, that 5,000 years back, Native American migrated from India to America. In 50s, one of the Gandhian scholar wrote a book, Hindu America. But many people make a fun of that, but high PhD mentioned accepted that fact. So he developed have contact with the Native American, then he Afro American tribe, then the tribal people in New Zealand, Australia, then the Iraq, Latvia, Lithuania, and he has contact with 32 countries. So these are once you go there. Another thing, there's so many people that some people, especially from America, Afro American and Mexican, Hispanic people, visited RSS camp in Bangalore, and they feel that oh, this is a good thing we need to have. So they ask, how do you develop that? They say number one, don't become a political issue. Come together, play the game, do the exercise, Remember about prominent people or your contribution, cultural contribution. Just like Afro-Americans say, oh, we do not know our forefather, but we come to know after the famous TV series called Roots.
Hmm.
So know your people, prominent people. And interesting thing, in Guatemala, native people started meeting together on Shaka model. In Africa, Kenya, the girls meet together in Africa in the Shaka model, and they had the song on the RSS basis song in Swahili language. They give the like a now there is a group they give the encouragement or awareness about visit the Angkor Wat. You know the Angkor Wat, the largest Hindu temple in the Thailand, oldest and largest Hindu temple in Thailand. So this kind of the internet universal approach of the RSS today. And this thing happened. How does it happen? What is the strength of the RSS? Apart from Pracharak, yes, Pracharak is the system for the like a pillar of the organization, no doubt. They dedicated their years or whole life for the cause, society, Pracharak, no doubt. But among the RSS, when you have Shakha system, they have system called Sangachalak for village city, Vibha, then the Kariwa for Shakha, Mukhya Shikshak and Shikshak. So Kariwa, Mukhya Shikshak and Shikshak and Sangha, they are supposed to be trained in Sangha Shiksha work. First year in the state level. I mean RSS state. RSS has 52 states in India, according to RSS part. So state level, first year. Second is certain state, two or three states come together. It's an expansion from your state into the broader base. And third is at Nagpur, third year in Nagpur. So where you get training, come back. Some people, minority number of dedicated people become pracharak full timer, but the remaining come back and start working in the shaka. And that's why when they start working in shaka, they take care of the family. They do the job or business or farming, whatever that. But evening 1 hour for shaka. 1 hour shaka means actually goes 2 hours. Half an hour before and half an hour after. Then you have weekly meeting about what we are supposed to do next week. Then what we did last week and what we achieved, what we went wrong, how we can improve next time, like that. And there is a free and frank discussion. Then there is a fortnight Baudik from RSS Adhikari about the clarification like a Paravartan or all these things, Hindu spirit, Hindu philosophy, Hindutva. Then they have Samanvay Samiti meeting. In Samanvay Samiti, people from different group, Parivar group, come together, inform that we want to do this. Then other group say, please, we have that same time, so can you make change? So according to availability and cooperation spirit, they organize the next 3 months planning, 1 year planning, what's supposed to do. Samanvay Samiti from the local to the district to the state to the national, that area there. And in that family, when the pracharak come to visit and the family members see the role model of pracharak, dedicated pracharak and their simplicity, it impact family. So women and children also get impact, and slowly they also become a work to that in the youth. If they are seva for youth, a woman get involved in the ABVP and all of the things. Samiti, Rashtra Sevika Samiti is there. So this is the development of the evolutionary slow development. So one way I can say RSS is a evolutionary rather than the revolutionary,
Oh,
because of they say according to French, after French Revolution described, revolution eat the children.
mm,
Means those who come to power make a mistake, then power they were sent and they were killed by other people like that. It's happened everywhere. After the fall of Soviet Union or after the fall of the Middle East also. So what RSS believe? Balance, then the cooperation, cooperative spirit, teamwork, and dedication and work for the selfless, not for the personal ambition or not for that, and spiritual base. That is a conclusion thing I can say about. Do any other question? And this thing, there's so many people, unknown people. Let me tell you, there's so many unknown people in each and every parivar. I give the few name only. Each and every parivar, there is a national team, there is a state team, there is a divisional thing, there is a district team, there is a local team, and each team need to be supervised and guided by person who develop, who give the time. Prachar, give the time. There's so many people in that, but because of that, RSS was able. People trust RSS, and at the time of Ram Janmabhoomi, I want to share with information. The cost of Ram Janmabhoomi in 2023 January was 1,100 crore rupees. In spite of free service by Tata and Larsen Trobo, the cost was because supposed to be remain thousands of year earthquake proof and all other thing. 1,100 crore rupees cost. RSS did 1 month fundraising, door to door, and they collected 33,300 crore rupees. Why people trust? Even that time, opponent like Divijay Singh donated 12 chips. Amar Singh, Captain Amar Singh, Sikh, chief minister that time, he donated 500,000 rupees. So even the opponent also donated money and thing. So these are the strong point. And especially most of important of RSS, growth of RSS is support from the woman. When women realize my son, my husband, my brother, whatever he does work for the society and for the woman, it is a dharma karya. So, and those who are urban women or educated women, they get scope for do the participate because RSS believe equality of the woman. That's why they found make a rule. Now the all parivar organization should have 33% participation of women participation, not for the thank offering the flowers or singing song a thank you note. Decision making. And RSS say because of the rule, urban RSS programs in Shaka mostly is physical, so they avoid. And in Indian mindset, still whether the Hindu, Muslim, or Sikh or anything, the honor killing. So Hindu mindset won't allow man and woman together. So they have parallel organization called Rashtra Sevika Samiti. So Rashtra Sevika Samitis work for the woman organize a woman as a Matru Shakti, Matrutva, Kartutva, and Netrutva on the basis. In Matrutva as a Jijabai ideal, in the Kartutva, Rani Lakshmibai or the Karnataka Rani ideal, or Tarabai warrior, or Durga Devi. In Netrutva, Ahilyabai Holkar as a model kingmaker. So they did work together, and these are. But still, according to RSS, India is a country of 500,000 villages, and we are able to reach only 400,000 villages. Still, long way to go. And according to Balasaheb Deoras, to increase the work by 1%, we require the hard work of the generation and the full timers and the Swayamsevak and Karyakarta. So these are. If you have any more question,
No, sir.
but I know that some for the some it sound like a glorification or praise only, or not. Why not? Criticism. Or critical value evaluation.
Sir, when you ask about controversial question, I have one, but I was hesitant to ask you. Uh, I was been brainstorming since very long, and the last statement came from Mohan Bhagwat ji. Don't find shivling in each and every masjid. And there are some leaders, those who want to be a Hindu leader. That was okay. It is his thinking. But isn't it like we Hindu, see, we suffered from Mughal, right? They ruled us for such a long time. When Mughal left, Britishers came. Now Britishers have left. We are by ourselves. 70 years, this lefties and Congress and everybody ruled. They didn't teach our real history and stuff like that, right? So halfway we were like that only. Now after 2014, that what I believe. Others may not believe so. But after 2014, we are on our own foot now. We know what exactly what's going on and where we want to go. हिंदुत्व अभी जाग उठा है. If this kind of statements are there, don't you think it will demoralize Hindutva?
I don't want to defend, but I can tell you what Mohan Bhagwat say. First thing, if you listen, he talk in Marathi in Pune.
Yeah,
Yeah, and many times it's a distorted version provided on the electronic media or print media for the political. What he said, first thing, and I repeat again, when he say first thing, whatever you gain, digest Ram Janmabhoomi. Is still 2 more years required, and 3 more years for the all international Ramayana Center and international all these the auditorium as I mentioned about Thai Ramayana or the Sri Lanka Ramayana Nepali. Keep in mind what is the goal of RS is Akhanda Bharat. In concept of what is Akhanda Bharat? Akhanda Bharat means from Afghanistan to Brahmadesh, Burma, Myanmar, from Tibet to Sri Lanka. So far, we have Myanmar or Sri Lanka or Nepal a little bit away with us. With this Ramayana, we can bring closer, even Bangladeshi also or Pakistan also. Number one, with this Ramayana concept, we can bring the Thailand, Indonesia, people from that area, Cambodia, Cambodia, Vietnam people, or Japan, in Korea.
no, that is not going to stop any.
Allow me what he said. First thing, digest what you gain. Second thing, he say our demands were three demands: liberation of Ayodhya, Kashi, and Mathura. And Kashi and Mathura are in the court cases. But because of 93 Worship Act that prevented by constitution, it prevented us whatever the 47 status, you have to maintain that. But in Kashi, They say there was a worship in the inside, which proved by and like that in Mathura also this thing. So Hajam gained first Hajam days by legality. Then to change the constitution amendment, you need more than 400 votes in parliament, both both side, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, you need a vote. Today we don't have it. Second thing, when he talk about when he said don't look Shivalinga in each and every mosque mean, there are certain people who want to take the emergence of the Hindu rise. I'm not using Hindutva because Hindutva is not a political thing. Rise among awareness about Hindu awareness. There are certain local people who has a political ambition, whether become a councillor or MLA or MP or minister or something, and can come out and make some kind of irresponsible statement. Same thing applicable to the certain dharma guru also, which created unnecessary resistant opposition from other side. And especially what he said, whatever you're right, go to the court with documentation. The biggest hurdle is 93 Worship Act. How to over you need a cooperation from other political parties. Number three, look at that. At the Coimbatore, the Muslim fundamentalist or jihadi who found guilty at the bomb explosion and was in the jail for life sentence, and he died. When his body come out, brought outside of jail, thousands of Muslims participate in his funeral procession, and with the motorcycle and with the shouting, praising him. What Hindu did that time? Nothing. At the at the UP Sambal area, when police went to the mosque, because court give the permission for survey, and police escort the survey team. Previously, people used stone pelting, male especially. This time, women started stone pelting, and some men, bold jihadi, fired the shot from revolver. Police has to back down. What were the Hindus were doing? Nothing, because they are not prepared. They do not know how to use the modern arms and ammunition. What Hindus mentality is crowd mentality. With the crowd, make mobocracy. When the opponent come with the modern thing, or even the opponent come with the lathis or even the koita or whatever their weapon they have, or stone pelting, how many? How the riot never started suddenly. There was a feeling, unrest, feeling of unrest, and which are known everybody. What are the Hindu shopkeeper, Hindu in general, they do? What RSA did in 27 only, that is only exception. Nothing. So unless you have the coming together, united together, preparation together, and prepare in such a way, you should be win, not defense, and teach a lesson. So Hindus don't have that mindset. Number two, number three, number four. That is the more Bhagavad important thing. So far we are proclaiming, and that was true. After the Mughal left and in the British time, Hindus and Muslims are living peacefully in the villages, just like a caste. According to PhD study from University of Chicago, mentioned that till the independence, Even the villages have caste system is hierarchy, but each has a pride, ego, and pride, and they look down on other. And that time they respect each and every right, that superiority or right. But because of the election, it become transferred into the caste vote and become vote bank. So according to Vinoba Bhave and University of Chicago peace study say, the caste system become a vote bank politics, which divide the society. It's among everybody, in the Christians and Muslims and Sikh, but Christian and Muslim, at least in the Christians and Sikh, at least at the time of the in name of the religion, they come together. So far Hindu, all the people used to live in the peace and in the accept the tradition, good or bad, you can change also, but live together. And that is the role model we say in the world. No other country has that role model. Lebanon till 1960 was 52% Christian. Today, Lebanon is 10% Christian. In Egypt, crypto Christian and live to with Muslim. Today, they are not able to do that. This is among the community, I'm talking religious community. Even the Russia and Ukraine has a common culture. They cannot live together. So what they say, India has a role model to say the word, we can do that. So only thing that this role model has to maintain, then we can say Vishwa. They don't like the term Vishwa Guru. They say we are Vishwa Bandhutva. Word is a family, and if the word is a family, it is our duty to guide the world, to provide a successful role model to the world, though they can adapt. Just like I mentioned about Native American Honduras, Guatemala, started as they. I don't know if it's continue or not, but they did start Shaka system uh, as a pilot project in Kenya. So when you want to do, you need time, you need the patience, you need the calmness and balance. Sometimes you have to go three step forward and two step backward also. And on this background, important thing, India need, India want to development to become a third largest country economically developed and competition with China. India needed foreign investment, peaceful time, and in law and order. And any kind of thing which disturb law and order and peace, which prevent the foreign investment. This is one thing. Another angle, keep in mind, so far we have the relationship with the Middle East, no matter whether we like it or not. So many countries are Muslim country. We have the relationship with Middle East and in Indonesia, largest Muslim country in population, Bangladesh, in Pakistan also, today or not tomorrow. We have the relationship. There's so many Indians, Hindus, including large number of Hindus, they are living in that area, earning the money. Unnecessary provocation and destabilization affect to the international trade and relationship also, and fear that Indians or Hindus were forced to leave the country. And we need a foreign investment from the America and Germany and Japan and all of the thing. So from this point of view, Mohan Bhagwat say, if you listen to his speech, I listened to his speech 3 times. What he say, have patience. Do your he openly say, whatever is rightful, go to the court, prove with the archaeological documentation. But keep in mind, your biggest hurdle is the law 93 law of 2000 1993 law of the Act Worship Act.
Sir,
And most of them, when the mob come against you, how many you have the daring Hindu youth to face onslaught?
so You are talking about Vishwa Bandhutva, peace, harmony, right? Where this
Yeah.
all went, what happened in Bangladesh, what happened
Okay.
in Pakistani Hindus,
Okay.
it
To
doesn't
answer,
work there.
no, to answer your question. Okay. To answer your question. Okay. Keep in mind
Hmm.
there are certain options, extreme options and diplomatic options. Okay. One extreme answer. This is my personal feeling. At the time of partition, Indian government assured Hindu or non-Muslim minority in Pakistan, because include us Christians and others also, Sikh and others, will protect you. And 1950, when the riot in East Pakistan, in Bengal, today Bangladesh, what they did, Pakistan, under the pressure, whether the thing of British interference and all, send Liaquat Ali Khan to Delhi, and then Nehru, there is a discussion, and then Nehru, Liaquat Ali, Prime Minister, agreement. What agreement say? Diplomatically, they say each country should protect their minority. Means Pakistan did not say, "Oh, we made a mistake." That is happened. 71, Bangladesh, 1 crore people come. India sent army because there was a reward from the Bengali got majority in the election, parliamentary election in Pakistan, and Bengali was not allowed to be a ruling party, rule the Pakistan. So there was unrest. There was atrocity over the Bengali woman and Bengali people. So there was unrest and formation of Mukti Bahini. So unless you had the local people like a Geo Singh or Baluchistan, Baluchistan, giving you one example, partition took place. Baluchistan was not a part of British India. Baluchistan was not a part of Pakistan. Pakistan grabbed the Baluchistan. India did not do anything. At the time of partition, India should have asked in the northwest frontier area. Congress party won the government under the influence of Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, Frontier Gandhi, and his brother Dr. Khan. They did not ask to northwest frontier or Baluchistan, part of the Baluchistan to India. So we won the struggle or battle, but we lost the negotiation.
No, my
So we,
question is not that.
and coming back to about Bangladesh, Indian government promised in 1950, Gandhian leader like Jayaprakash Narayan demanded to send the army to protect the Hindu in Bangladesh. But today, keep in mind, in international situation, we are not able. First thing, military, we are not in that thing, and we are not situation in that. Keep in mind, if we do, China will come down to the Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim to choke up. How much strength China built up, military built up. When we lost Tibet, not we mean British, give the Tibet to India, Indian government. Tibet foreign policy, post and telegram and transportation was under the control of India. China grabbed it. Sardar Patel, read the Sardar Patel Nehru correspondence. Sardar Patel won that time. Savarkar won that time. Ambedkar won that time. Gorakh Guruji won that time. But because of Nehru's influence and the greed for the power, enjoying the power, ruling party, Congress keep quiet. So these things, one thing happened, Bangladesh. In 71 war, we had 93,000 Pakistani POW. We never used the POW, Pakistani POW, prisoner of war, soldiers, for bargaining cheap. We should have bargained for the Kashmir. But do you know who prevented that? Abdullah, Sheikh Abdullah. They say, "Oh, we don't want the Punjabi, we don't want that Muslims. They are crazy people like that." So keep in mind whatever our weakness today and international pressure. To that only in the last 2 days back, Biden lifted the ban on the Indian atomic centers. After the nuclear explosion, there was a ban sanction on the nuclear centers. He just 2 days back he lifted it. So we had to look into the what happened. Many times we go easy way to find out the thing. So I'm not telling depending, but many times these people think more deeply than what we think. Where there's this, let me be blunt and honest with you. What were the so-called religious leaders and ambitious political people had done so far in 70 years?
That's
Nothing.
what I am saying, sir. See, that what my point is. Up to so many years, Hindu so Radha, we were not able to do anything. When we got little bit of freedom, when we think that our political will is there, RSS is backing up, and now this kind of statement will demoralize the people.
No, the reason is this kind of statement. Okay, this kind of statement. Only the problem, if you ask my criticism, it should not. What he did is a point. Is a point. Bullet points. It should be with the explanation. Number one. If you ask me, you didn't ask me what are the my. I give the name of 36 organization and I provided information only 13 organization. What about other remaining? People know Vishwa Hindu Parishad, Bharatiya Janata Party, ABVP, and Mazdu Sangha. In Kisan Sangha also, or Granat Panchayat, all they need a pracharak. Kisan Sangha secretary told me, we don't want the pracharaks from urban pracharak. Means we want the pracharak who brought up in the family, who work in the mining, who work in the labor family, from the labor family or from the mining family work in the mining or Kisan Sangha. Those who are farmers, they know the difficulties and challenge and what are the requirement and what's supposed to do that kind of prachar coming out. Unfortunately, that kind of pracharak numbers are really less. And to build up that organization into the just like a VHP or Madhu Sangha, Vidyarthi Parishad or Janata Party, you need that number one. You need previously used to send a pracharak for 2 3 years and then it become an internship for 4 years, 4 5 years or something like that. And then he realized that particular organization. I'm talking with a city or local district or state or nowadays it's a fast developing society. You don't have time. That internship. You need the pracharak at the level, train them, and then send a loan to the organization. It's happened. Give an example. Whether you want to delete or not, that. But giving
No,
one
no,
example.
it
No,
will
no,
be there. Everything will be there.
no. Giving an example. Previously, they used to have license, and they used to loan the pracharak who are organizing secretary in the Jansangh or Bharatiya Janata Party. And that organizing secretary, Deen Dayal has a Bandari, organizing secretary, who travel all over India, who meet the people, same thing, organizing secretary in state level, district level, like that, city level. After Bhajapa, BJP come, and especially during the BJP come to power in state level, First thing they did, BJP ministers, those are sons of minister, attend the RSS program in the Ganavesh. You can see it today also. They do the Guru Dakshina. This gives some government support to the RSS organization, our Seva work. But what happened, that become obligation because the Pracharak, licensed Pracharak, he doesn't know about the tactics and politics, power politics, and the government bureaucracy. And when he made the minister make them, something like that. Oh, I will take care of it. He called the secretary and say do something, but nothing happened. Government work means 6 months or 1 year. I give one example. There is a RSS science NGO about orphan children. They did such a wonderful work. Previously, any orphan child dropped by the unwed mother on the street, given to the missionary. When this happened, the police and municipal corporation handed over the child to the orphan NGO, and with the promise that one third expenses will be borne by the municipal corporation, one third by state, and one third by center. Municipal corporation did share, fulfill that. State, even the Congress government fulfilled that. They say when there was a Congress government center, we used to get the money. He said now that when the BJP come to power, last 3 years we visited Delhi, we did not get any kind of thing because power corrupt and absolute power absolutely. Talking about and nowadays there is no state organizing secretary in the BJP. Forget about district. Of course, now they have the dialogue with the Samanvay Samiti and many of the Pracha. Dr. Krishna Gopal used to be licensed before. Suresh Soni was a license with the Vajpayee government time. Srikant Joshi was a license with the Vajpayee government time. And I asked Srikant Joshi, he used to meet Vajpayee twice a month, or every week, once a week. And I say, or sometime twice a month according to his Vajpayee schedule. And I say, how come you did not ask about Ram Janmabhoomi and all of the thing? He said, don't forget that. One thing. Till Bhaurav Deoras, Raju Bhaiya, and Sudarshan Ji was there, licensed people. To them, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Advani was a colleague. For Bhaurav Deoras, Advani was like a kid. They were colleagues. When I met the Vajpayee as a poet, national leader, orator, and all of the thing. So I used to say, like a bhau, daughter-in-law. And he smiled and he say, okay, dekhenge. That happened. I don't know about after the Modi come to power, okay, to be honest with you. This thing, keep in mind about the 36 organization which I mentioned to you. There's so many organizations need help and from not the money, financial help or government help, but workers. When a Chitra Bharti, they started 2016, participated by Vivek Agnihotri and this Hema Malini attended, which I was the first. But to utilize their talent, you need a professionalism. When Hema Malini, I'm giving an example last week, Hema Malini Narendra Modi inaugurated second largest temple, ISKCON temple at near Mumbai, Navi Mumbai. I think you must have seen that. Hema Malini did perform the dance there at the age of 75.
Yeah.
Hema Malini was the brand ambassador for Ekal Vidyalaya. When she come abroad, I asked, why not we invite Hema Malini for fundraising for Hema Malini? Other what happened? You guys come to us and we call 500 people and 100 people come and at least 50 people come and then you talk. You are dedicating a whole life for this cause. And then they say the problem the Hema Malini want money because she's a professional dancer. She want money and her price is such a high. And she has a contact with the American side. So she cannot do the dance program for other than that company. I say we can invite Hema Malini for dinner with Hema Malini. For dinner with Hema Malini, 1,000 people will come. Those who give $25,000, they will sit for the on the table with the Hema Malini. Those who give 50,000 sit left hand side and right hand side. Those who give 25,000, they will get in front in facing the Hema Malini. Those who give 10, 15,000 next table like that. Those who give $1,000, you can do the shake hand with Hema Malini. So one of the sarcastic person, my friend, asked me, "What what will I get if I give the one $100,000?" I said that is a matter between you and Dharmendra. I know he's what level he wanted to ask question,
Yeah.
but I say we can collect a fundraising. I was told, Damle, you become Americanized. I said, tell me, are you praising me or condemning me? If you want to raise the fund, just like I told you last time in the session, Keshara Gore is businessman from Madhya Pradesh, went to London in 60s and collect the fund and for provide a 4 ambulance for Vanvasi Kalyana Ashram. That time, 68, when the BJP was not there, no Jansangh was not in power. He has a contact with Anju Mahindra. And he say, I would have convinced Anju, through the Anju Mahindra, convinced Rajesh Khanna to attend one fundraising. We don't have that approach. Second thing, proficiency in that particular field. If you're talking about ex-servicemen, you need to understand the financially problems and the pension. Narendra Modi government did solve the problem, one pension, one rank, and all these things, but still there are problems. And need a continuous. Suppose somebody death in family or somebody birth in, or graduation in family or birth in family, grandson or something like that. Need to contact. Need a manpower. Need that kind of approach. So that require a lot of development in the approach. What happened? We come together in negative way. Means if the Pakistan attack or somebody attack Pakistan or China attack on India, we come together. But otherwise, we fight as a Bengali or a Tamilian or Marathi or Punjabi. Then we fight among ourselves. The positive approach need to be there, and if you do the positive approach, you can do change a lot of things. But our problem is we are not trained yet. Our mindset is not trained yet. For simple reason, to follow the rules and regulation of the driving. Follow the when you go to temple, keep your shoes and chappal in the row. They have the stand there. People do not do. We need to that particular thing to change the mindset and change according to need of the time, adopt the modern facilities. They did now. I remember that as a book I mentioned that in the first book, RSS created great personality but faceless because a lot of people not aware. Like there is one NGO in Mumbai. President of that NGO was internationally well-known gold medalist doctor. We come to know his achievement after his death. Why can't he get the Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan? Same thing happened with the Sudhir Phadke, music director and patriotic, and who was a part of the Dadra Nagar Haveli liberation. When he died, there is no public uh, consolidation from Vajpayee. I I sent an email, complaining email. I was told when Advani went to India, he called his family. What is that? People should know that. Calling his family by phone, he should visit, he should attend the funeral. Or Vajpayee should attend the funeral. So these are a lot of things to be up. I do understand the Modi government problem, Modi problem, and Modi involvement. But I'm talking about even the minister level, state minister level. There's a lot of change going on. Definitely, I can tell you one thing: a lot of change going on. Those are the Sanghas ministers. The change happening, but still lot long way to go. And there is a like a Stri Shakti group. We need a woman with academic, articulate, rational interpretation. Just like I to give the information about Kumbh Mela, all praising of the Kumbh Mela. Suddenly, the BBC or Agency Francis one disclosed that, oh, all the Safai Kamgar from the Dalit, they are getting now the 10,000 rupees per day salary. Why you want to bring the caste thing? So we need a different angle to face all challenges and need to that. Of course, RS is still busy with their. They in one change they did. So called RS Sangha Shiksha, previously called OTC, Official Training Camp. Then they do Sangha Shiksha Varga. Now they have Karyakarta Prashikshan. And now the Karyakarta Prashikshan for first year. Previously they encouraged or join the first year training like the second year training. No, you be a good, take a training, 7 days training, first introduction training, 7 days, 3 days training, 7 day training, be a Shikshak. After your performance at the Shikshak level or other Shakha, 2 years perform. First thing, regular yearly attendance. You qualify for the 3 days training or 7 days training. Then your performance as a good Shikshak or Gatanai or some responsibility. You qualify for first year training. Then after first year training, if you are working in the district level, then you are qualified for second year. In the third year, all year training now, previously you have martial art and emphasis. Now they give the environment training, calamity training, paramedical training, disaster management training, crowd, all these things, social contact training, all this training happening now. So there are challenges are there, definitely it come out of the according to time and you have to overcome also. And the like a biggest challenge from the womanhood. The challenge one there is a one RSS project in India. Nurses are not getting respectability. They consider as a they get a poor pay, 12-hour worksheet, and patient family consider her as a maid to change a bed or change a cloth or give the shower bath. Even the doctor also consider her like in USA the nurses do the medical paramedical medical thing, and in India. So how to give the respectability? They are taking the project in Madhya Pradesh. Still going on. I think they are 12 years project. What are the way we can do that? So there are a lot of challenges about among the women. What about single mother? What about interfaith marriage? What about international marriage? Then interracial marriage, the challenges are there, and how to change the mindset also is a challenge. So in RSS is nothing but mind change of mindset with the balanced approach, collective work, collective teamwork, spiritual base, and selfless. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste, sir.